Welcome to Frame by Frame, where we explore the stories, the magic behind the lens. Welcome to this amazing episode, and we are so excited to have another phenomenal guest with us right now. Mr. Mahanad, how are you, sir?
All good, thank you.
Great to have you over here. We're really excited to be chatting to you.
Appreciate it.
Love it. So now tell me, I want to check with you. You're a phenomenal landscape photographer. I want to ask you, where did this love for landscape photography begin, and how did it begin?
So at the beginning was playing with my dad's camera. So I was attached to photography since my childhood. And in 2001, I started having my own digital camera where it was 3 megapixel and having landscape. I was attached to the sand, mountains of the area, everything surrounding me, taking picture. And that was developed with the years and with the technology coming with the new cameras into what I became today.
Unbelievable. And tell me, where did it start? What was your first camera? Like how many megapixels?
It was a 3 megapixel camera. We started having that and wow, it's amazing. We can see something on our desktops. No need for a film, no need for anything, where we used to just have the film around, and
yeah,
it was good.
And now?
Now we are talking about 120 frames per second with the Z8 and Z9. So I use both the Z7 II and Z9. I have crop ones as well, like Z50, but yet the main ones I use for landscape, it's either the Z9 or Z7 II, and having lots of experience, especially with the travel around the world, that gives you a better visibility. Your eye gets used to magnificent colors, details, nature, everything.
How's the production in the Z8 and Z9? Since I can see you're technical, also photography, you've got amazing work. How do you like the color reproduction in the Z9s?
Well, the power and processing, the frames per second gives you the ability to catch the moment. You can have it in others, no, but this gives you better capabilities technically with the buffer, memory, speed.
Yeah.
So you won't miss. I do remember last year in Iceland having the bears and the puffins and having the auto capture option to help me and assist me not to miss anything.
Okay.
Which, yes, catching great stuff in wild, in landscape. Thanks to Nikon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks to Nikon, I agree with you. Tell me your favorite lens when you're out there shooting. Obviously, you're going between landscape and wildlife. What's your favorite lens? One lens. Choose one lens.
14-24 for landscape. That's the must to go with me in any place, any travel.
Okay. And then, and give me another lens for your, let's say, wildlife side of things when you're doing the puffins and you're doing all that.
So if I want to be in a balanced shape,
Yes.
I would select the 70-200.
Okay, correct.
Which can take a bit wide one in the open.
Yeah.
To 200 to take close ones. That helps me.
Absolutely. Now, you go into these harsh conditions. Ladies and gents, you must have a look at his work. It's absolutely phenomenal. You're traveling around the world, capturing phenomenal stuff. How do you care for your gear? Because, again, your gear is everything. If you don't have your gear, is there certain things that you bring with you just to take care of them? How do you look after your stuff?
Well, it is multiple aspects, from the gear, the bag, the towels around each lens, keeping things to clean it before and after, making sure your camera sensor doesn't get dirty as well. Multiple tools, let's say it in that term, to keep it away, especially when you are going into in UAE in summer, having the Milky Ways. It's haze, it's humid, 40, 50 degrees, and then going to Norway or Iceland, minus 20, it was last week. So you have to keep your gear in a proper place, isolated. However, the new gear helps you with the condition because it's now water resistant, helps you for the dust, sealing. So it's a bit of balance between the gear and between your tools.
I totally hear you. So tell me a little bit more. You're now in Norway.
I was last week in Norway, yeah.
Yeah, tell me a little bit more about that trip.
So we went as a group of friends, close friends, where we went to the north of Norway. The condition was in its best plus 5 degrees. It reached minus 22.
Oh my goodness gracious.
The photo I showed you just 5 minutes back about the bottle, I forgot it in my car, so it was all frozen.
But now you're outside shooting in minus 22 degrees and the camera's holding itself, eh? No problem.
Oh no, even the battery, where some people they say is in such condition it will consume, was all perfect, all nice. You have to expect the place.
Yeah.
You have to be prepared, whether clothing, tools, what supports you, even the heat bags we put in gloves. Sometimes we freeze, we have high boots. We go down in the sea,
Yeah.
or basically it's in the ocean. Be ready.
Okay.
Nothing will surprise you.
Tell me when you're going out there, because again, your work's absolutely. I want to share your Instagram if you wouldn't mind just sharing your
Yeah,
Instagram
go
handle
ahead.
so they can
Yes.
follow you. So give
Sure.
give them the Instagram.
So it is M Sayed, MSAYED.
Great.
It's mostly about the landscape,
Yeah.
some about the wildlife in Kenya,
Okay.
but mostly landscape.
You're going to see it's absolutely beautiful. So talking about that, so I want to know your thought process when you're going out to take photographs. Do you do a lot of research, or do you have a bucket list and say, I need to go and shoot the auroras, I have to shoot this, and then do you do research, or do you just go?
No, especially with travel, because you don't go to that place often. It might be once a life. Going as well to the north part, for example, to this trip to Norway, it was to the north part near to Narvik, Tromsø, and Lofoten. You have to be ready to take your gear, clothing. You have to see whether the weather condition will allow you. I usually go with Google Earth to imagine myself virtually in that place, so I know this
Wow.
place is here, this place is there. So once I go there, okay, that's the place I want to shoot.
That is unbelievable. So
Yeah.
it's so much planning goes into it.
Yes, and with the help of the drones these days,
Yeah.
so fly, discover the place, and okay, I have to go there. We did it a couple of times, where we have something in our mind, but we couldn't find it.
Yeah.
So fly the drone for 5 minutes, okay, we found it, and
And then you go from there.
yeah.
Jeez, that's unbelievable. I just want to quickly let everyone know, because they must probably hearing the Z9 going crazy here with the auto capture. We're going to talk
Yes.
about auto capture to see if you use it. But anyway, we are here at the Exposure Expo in Sharjah. If any of you are looking at coming to learn a little bit more or see what Nikon has to offer, there is a beautiful stand here during the whole Exposure Expo. We've got Nikon School here giving classes with various different international experts, sharing their knowledge, as well as a photo and film booth to be able to test out the Nikon cameras. We've got the full Nikon range of Nikon lenses as well as Nikon cameras. So come and check it out, and maybe you'll see all of us here. Other than that, let's jump back into this interview. So now tell me, with regards to, have you tried the auto capture yet on the Z9?
Yes, I did.
Tell me more about it. Is it good?
Well, it was because I was going to miss my shots with the birds. Mainly, they were where I was in Iceland shooting the buffin,
Okay, yeah.
and we were looking for it until we found it. And I said, let me try. It was recently introduced. My firmware were upgraded. This is one of the preparations to every trip, to make sure that I'm up to date with my firmware.
Well done, yeah.
And it was there. I gave it a shot, and I had around 500 to 600 photos of multiple birds, where one of them is the buffin, and I was shocked that it didn't miss the shot.
That
It was
is
the
unreal.
first time to try it, and it was really impressive.
That is unreal. And just to let you guys know there, that the auto capture is a world first with regards to mirrorless cameras. It's a world first coming from Nikon. It's both in stills as well as in video. So you can see from a professional that does amazing work, it's working for him, enjoying it. That's with the new upgrade of 2.0. Always keep your stuff up to date, and that's what we're talking about. And now tell me, I just need to know your tips with regards to sharing it with other people out there. What are your main tips that you'd give to aspiring photographers out there?
Be ready, have a checklist. Don't forget anything. Don't forget a memory or a battery, which happened with lots of us, including me. once you are ready, you know the place, do your homework, you won't miss anything. You might spend an hour, but that will save a lot. Um, this is some of the things I can share.
Absolutely. But they're going to, obviously, so if any of you want to connect, go and have a look at his Instagram handle. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate
You're
it.
welcome.
You're absolutely
Thanks.
phenomenal. And
Appreciate
your
it.
work is inspiring and it's absolutely phenomenal.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. For those of you that have been watching, just to let you know, we've obviously been chatting to Mohanad. He's got an amazing work. He's got, you'll see it travel, it's landscape photography as well as some wildlife. His favorite camera that he's busy working with right now is Z9 as well as Z7 too, am I right?
Yes.
That's it. He likes his 14-24 lens for his landscape photography. And then with your wildlife kind of thing, it's 70 to 200, capturing the magic of obviously life. So that's some of his tips. Be passionate. Make sure you make your test checklist. Be able to research where you're going before you go out there. Don't just rock up and do your thing. Other than that, we'd just like to say thank you to all of you that joined us here on Frame by Frame. We hope you learned something new, refreshed your love for photography or being creative, even if it's on videography. Thank you for joining us. Until next time, all the best.